Hey, welcome. This is lesson 8, and we're going to be talking about how to read decimals. And on your page right here, it starts at the top where it says, many Native American pueblos have special underground meeting spaces called kivas. Suppose a ladder leading down to a kiva is 0.32 meter wide. Okay. How should this measurement be read aloud? Okay, you heard me just say 0.32. We can't say that. We've got to give the official way to read it. Ones, we got 0. Tens, we got 3. Hundredths, we have 2. So you go to the furthest to the right, which is the hundredths, and how are we going to read it? 32 hundredths. Boom. I also want you to make this note. Get used to seeing it like this. Ones, tens, or tenths, hundredths. How many in the ones? 0. How many in the tenths? 3. And how many in the hundredths? 2. So 0 ones, 3 tenths, 2 hundredths. If we can get that down, we're going to be all right. Now, let's go to the next page, which kicks off with explain how to read 3.2 aloud. Well, we sort of just did that. Let's look at this one down here because this is really what we're going to have to get into. Looking ahead, on the previous page, you used the words to say the standard form of the decimal 32 hundredths. You could also use expanded form to break apart the decimals. You can either use decimals or fractions to write the expanded form. Now, I'm going to show you multiple ways to do the expanded form. We are used to probably the hardest way. This right here is probably the easiest way. You have your 0, and we're going to add 0.3. Everybody wants to say 0.2. 0.2. Put those together, and you get decimal 32. Skipping down here, this is what we're kind of used to doing. 32 hundredths is equal to how many tenths? 3 of the tenths. How many of the hundredths? 2 of the hundredths. Taking it a little step further, how do you make them into fractions? What tenth? How many tenths are there? 3 tenths. And how many hundredths are there? 2 hundredths. And last but not least, 32 hundredths equals how many tenths and how many hundredths? 3 tenths, 2 hundredths. If you see this reflect, ignore that. Don't worry about that reflect. Awesome.